I gotta say, the New York Times, they have sunk to an all-time low, in my opinion. So, yesterday, we get notified of the passing of NFL great Jim Brown. And the New York Times decides to include domestic violence accusations in a post about his death. Now, this article here is from Breitbart. Completely unnecessary. New York Times blasted for including domestic violence accusations in a post about Jim Brown's death. The New York Times faced a hail of criticism online Friday after including the accusations of domestic violence against NFL legend Jim Brown in a tweet referencing the player's death. News of Brown's death broke Friday afternoon as a spokeswoman for the Brown family confirmed that the Pro Football Hall of Famer and civil rights activist had passed away peacefully at his home in Los Angeles at the age of 87. The New York Times posted their story on Brown's historic sports career and the impact he left as an actor and an activist. However, the tweet describing the article also included a reference to the accusations of domestic violence against Brown. Breaking news. Jim Brown has died at 87. He was acclaimed as one of the greatest pro players in pro football history, an actor, and a civil rights activist. He was also accused of domestic violence. What the hell? I mean, come on, New York Times. Jim Brown, who was acclaimed as one of the greatest players in pro football history, and who remained in the public eye though his name was later tarnished by accusations of violent conduct against women, has died at the age of 86. That was New York Times Arts that posted that tweet. Twitter users were quick to denounce the Times for prominently placing information about the NFL legend's past with domestic violence in the tweet. Completely unnecessary inclusion in this headline about the death of Jim Brown from the New York Times. The New York Times included he was accused of domestic violence in their tweet about the death of Jim Brown. Have they also included what Jordan Neely was accused of in their tweets about him? That brings up a really good point. It's the New York Times versus ESPN for Scumbag of the Week. Whose orbit was worst? Sam Zell or Jim Brown? You really just threw the last sentence in on the day he passed. What the heck is this? Lame lead. Yo, New York Times, why would you add that to this article? Most news publications included information about the domestic violence accusations against Brown in their obituaries. While he had a soft spot for those in need and his generosity changed lives, he also was arrested a half dozen times, mostly on charges of hitting women, the Associated Press reported in their article marking Brown's death. In June 1999, Brown's wife called 911 saying Brown had smashed her car with a shovel and threatened to kill her. During the trial, Monique Brown recanted. Jim Brown was acquitted of a charge of domestic threats, but convicted of misdemeanor vandalism. The Los Angeles judge sentenced Brown to 6 months in jail when he refused to attend domestic violence counseling. However, the New York Times seems to be one of the few outlets that place the domestic violence accusations prominently in their social media posts and in the articles themselves. Now, I'll tell you what. This is my opinion, and this is my opinion only. Jim Brown was one of the best to ever play the game in football. Then he decided to take his talents to acting, with I think his most prominent role was in The Dirty Dozen. And yes, he has been a standout in the community with various charities and so on and so forth. This just goes to show that if you even have a small hint of something that can tarnish you in your past, the media will dig it up and make it a part of whatever. In this case, an obituary on the day that this man passes. And to me, that's just sick, disgusting, gross. So, comment down below. Tell me what you think. Should these media outlets include JimBrown's assorted past when it comes to women in his obituaries or on social media posts? Feel free, share your opinion. If you would, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And share this video out with your friends and family. And, you know, just trying to build a little community here to grow and develop and just, you know, get the word out and share my opinion. You may agree with me. You may not agree with me. It's okay. I'm just doing this to just share what I think, my opinion on what's going on in the world, whether it's news, politics, pop culture, entertainment, sports, whatever. So hit that notification bell to get notified when my videos are uploaded here on YouTube. You can also catch me over on Rumble and on Odyssey. And thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you later.